The National Electrical Safety Code, or NESC, governs the grounding requirements for electrical systems. Specifically, for a single grounded system, it's crucial to understand how to properly ground the primary and secondary sides of your electrical service. If you have a single grounded system, meaning it's not a multi-grounded Y system, then adherence to NESC Rule 97 is essential. This rule addresses the interconnection of primary and secondary grounding systems. The NESC dictates that you cannot connect the primary grounding wire or electrode to the secondary grounding wire or electrode unless you have an effectively grounded neutral. An effectively grounded neutral is defined as one that is grounded not less than 4 grounds per mile. This frequent grounding helps to stabilize the neutral voltage and limit the potential for voltage rise during fault conditions. However, if your system does not meet the criteria of having an effectively grounded neutral with at least 4 grounds per mile, then you must adhere to a different part of Rule 97. Rule 97 specifically addresses systems without such an effectively grounded neutral. In this case, the rule mandates separate grounding conductors connected to separate ground electrodes for the primary and secondary systems. This separation is designed to prevent high voltage faults on the primary side from directly impacting the secondary side through a common grounding path. Traditionally, the code requires a minimum separation distance between these two electrodes. This separation distance is typically not less than 20 feet. The purpose of this separation is to further minimize the opportunity for a high voltage problem on the primary side from being transmitted through the earth to the secondary system. By maintaining this distance, the earth acts as a higher impedance path, limiting the fault current that could flow between the two grounding systems. Rule 97.1 provides additional information on specific grounding conductor requirements and electrode installation practices. It is also helpful to consult the NESC Handbook for a more in-depth understanding of these rules. The NESC Handbook provides explanations, examples, and diagrams to aid in the interpretation and application of the code. Additionally, a grounding primer found in the Practical Utility Safety Book can offer valuable insights into grounding principles and best practices. Both of these resources are typically available from utility bookstore.com. Understanding these grounding requirements is crucial for ensuring the safety and reliability of your electrical system. Improper grounding can lead to hazardous voltage conditions, equipment damage, and even safety risks for personnel. Therefore, it is essential to follow the NESC guidelines and consult with qualified electrical professionals to ensure that your grounding system is properly designed and installed. In summary, if your system is a single grounded system, not a multi-grounded Y system, your grounding scheme is correct, provided you adhere to the following. Firstly, the primary and secondary grounding conductors must be kept separate. Secondly, these grounding conductors must connect to separate ground electrodes. Thirdly, these ground electrodes must be separated by a minimum distance of 20 feet. Fourthly, ensure compliance with NESC Rule 97.1. Fifthly, consult the NESC Handbook and the grounding primer for detailed guidance. By adhering to these guidelines, you can significantly enhance the safety and reliability of your electrical system and mitigate the risks associated with high voltage faults.